Hi, today I want to talk to you about hope for hurting parents. I'm Dena, Yohe, and my husband and I started this ministry in 2009. Hard to believe it's been that long. It started with a support group that met in our home, and we started it because we couldn't find exactly the kind of group that we were looking for. Similar to Al-Anon and Celebrate Recovery, but our group was going to be just for parents and have a strong faith component. And we weren't going to be trying to fix each other, but just a safe space where we could share our hearts, be heard and understood, not looked down on, but leave with some uplifting content that would help us on our difficult journeys. Our support groups are for parents going through any difficult situation. It could be drugs and alcohol, it could be mental health, it could be a pornography addiction, same-sex desire, anything that is breaking a mom or dad's heart, or step-parent or grandparent. That's who our group is for. And it's not so you can find out how to fix or change your child. It's to help you, the parent, help you cope, help you accept all these emotions and walk through them and try and find healing and recovery for yourself. After we had been meeting for, I don't know, maybe 7 years or so, we put the materials in writing that we had been using, the things we put together. And a few years later, we published them. And we did that so that we could get our materials into more people's hands and more groups could get started around the country. It's needed in every community, right? There's very little support and help for parents, especially Christian parents who really want to be able to talk about the Bible, pray together. So this is our facilitator guide for anyone who wants to start a group. And then we also have an accompanying parent notebook. And if you're not in a group, you could always just purchase one of these and go through it as a personal study on your own. There are pages in it for journaling, to write down your thoughts. If you're in a group, write down prayer requests, things you want to remember, what stood out to you. And the topics are, well, they were selected when we did a survey because I also started to write emails to a growing group of parents that just needed encouragement on a more regular basis. And we surveyed maybe 100 parents, and we chose the highest topics that they selected. And so the topics in our support group materials are grief and loss, enabling, guilt, coping with fear, detachment, worry and anxiety, anger, resentment, letting go, things like that. There are 22 sessions, and the way we do our group is we meet every other week. Actually, we meet the second and fourth Tuesday of every month, and just once in November and December because of the holidays. But we tell people do it any way you want. Some groups meet every week, year-round. We met year-round until a few years ago. We take a break in the summer now. But if your group met twice a month, then there's enough material in our book for a whole year. And what we've done is at the end of the year, we go back to the beginning and go through it again, because just because we talk about fear one time doesn't mean, oh, now we're good. We don't struggle with fear or worry anymore. So we found that we need to constantly be going over these things and talking about them. We get better at it, but we still need to work on them. As time went by, I was encouraged to write a book about what God had taught me. And the wonderful thing is that my daughter wrote parts of it. And this is my book, You Are Not Alone, Hope for Hurting Parents of Troubled Kids. And we really struggled to come up with that subtitle because kids might make it sound like it's young, but children makes it sound young too. Kids, it's any age, teenager, adult, it doesn't matter if they're 13 or 30. It's for the mom and dad. It is, I'm proud to say, an award-winning book. Touch on a lot of the same topics that our support group material covers. But I don't share all the gory details of my journey. I share enough of the story so that you know that I understand and I get it. I've been there and walked through some very dark times with my daughter, who's now 33. But I focus on what I learned, how God helped me, how I survived, but didn't just survive, how I actually came to thrive again, and what those things were that I discovered that helped me get to that place. But I'm very proud that my daughter wrote parts of this, and I love that she gives us a different perspective, a perspective that our kids may have. She writes about self-injury, bullying, which she experienced when she was in elementary school, what a diagnosis can mean for your child, referring to mental illness. She's been diagnosed with anxiety and several other things. She writes about mental illness and her thoughts on that, and some other things. But that's a very unique aspect about this book that I really love. So Hope for Hurting Parents offers a wide variety of support for you. On our website, which is hurtingparents.com, you can follow my blog. If you go to the tab that says blog and open one of them where it says read more, if you scroll all the way to the end, there is a form that you can sign up to follow it and to be notified when a new blog posts, which is usually every week on Monday. On our website, you can also sign up to receive a free email subscription. These are emails that I write a lot of them, not all of them. Some are emails that I pass on from people like Rick Warren, Johnny Erickson Tata, something that has inspired me or encouraged me. And they are mostly of a devotional nature with scripture, a prayer, again, something that has brought me encouragement and comfort. And the three aspects that our ministry focuses on is what I focus on in my writings. And that is to offer comfort, encouragement, and hope. Comfort, encouragement, and hope. That's what I needed so desperately, to just persevere one more day, one more week. And that's what we all need. So let's see, there's our support groups. And on our website, you can go to Parent Resources, and you'll see the drop-down tab, Support Groups. And we have over 50 all around the country. Most of them meet in person, but of course right now, many of them are not. Some are online. So we have support groups. We have one that is specifically online, which meets every Thursday night, Eastern Standard Time at 7 to 8:30. And that is a very thriving and wonderful group. Then we have Facebook pages. We have a public Facebook page, and it is just called Hope for Hurting Parents. And then we have a couple of secret Facebook groups. One is also called Hope for Hurting Parents, but it's Hope for Hurting Parents group. And that is by invitation only. And it's a safe place where you can vent, you can share whatever you want of your story, you can ask for advice or resources or prayer. Um, it's just a wonderful place where we can all come alongside each other. There's a couple hundred, I don't know, over 300, I think, that are members, and it's the secret means that no one can see who is a member of the group except for the other members of the group, and no one can see the content of the group except for the members of the group. If you're interested in this group, you would need to be Facebook friends with either me or our teammate Beth Denhoff. So you could send a message, maybe on Facebook, send me a friend request and a personal message explaining that you want to be part of this secret Hope for Hurting Parents group. Otherwise, I don't know who you are or why you friended me. Then for people who choose to lead or facilitate a support group, we have a secret Facebook group for them also. Then something I started doing this summer is an online study of my book, You're Not Alone. I'm about to start a new one in about 2 weeks on Wednesday, September 9th. It will just be for the month of September, every Wednesday night from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're interested in that, you can send me a message. You can go to our Facebook page and you will see under events where you can register for that. You do need to register, and it would be helpful if you had a copy of the book because we'll be reading portions of the chapters together. We're going to pick up where we left off on chapter 9 about letting go. And the online book study has really turned out to be a support group. It's just, again, a wonderful place where we can share and talk freely with other parents who really understand. So I think I've covered everything. Facebook, a blog, email subscription, our support groups, support group material to start a group, and anyone can do that. There's no special requirements. And it's really easy because you're not teaching, you're just guiding discussion, offering a safe place for people to come together. And then my book, and I think that's everything I wanted to share with you today. So God bless you, and remember, when the pain is too deep to be alone, please don't stay alone. Reach out and find a healing community. And we at Hope for Hurting Parents are here for you. So our website, again, is hopeforhurtingparents.com. God bless you. Bye for now.